much can be achieved when the world finds focus around a shared and common goals.
The General Assembly is one of the 6 main organs of the United Nations that was founded in 1945 and has 193 member states which have equal representation. Leaders of the member states convene annually to discuss global issues such as development, international law, peace and security. Kenya became a member of the United Nations on 16th December 1963 and has been participating in the UN General Assembly, something that has seen her garner support on various issues, among them efforts in combating the effects of climate change, support in attainment of sustainable development goals, global terrorism, inequality and poverty alleviation. The first Kenyan leader to give a speech at the UN General Assembly was Joseph Murumbi, who represented President Mzee Jomo Kenyatta at the 19th session in 1964. In his address, Murumbi said in part, quote, "Kenya's foreign policy is based on the principle of positive non-alignment. In pursuance of this policy, we reserve our right to take our own independent stand on the many international issues which face the world today, irrespective of the attitude of the other powers, whether Eastern or Western. We refuse to be drawn into Cold War maneuvers, power blocks, military alliances, and similar institutional systems intended to serve the interest of the Cold War." End of quote. This strong statement would perhaps mark the beginning of a remarkable journey for Kenya, not just in having a voice, but making a long-lasting mark in international relations as well. Other leaders who made speeches at the assembly include Mbiu Koinange in 1969, Robert Ouko in 1980, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka in 1993, Masden Madoka in 1998, President Daniel Moi in 2001, the then Prime Minister Raila Odinga in 2009, President Mwai Kibaki in 2012, President Uhuru Kenyatta in 2014, as well as 2015, and Deputy President William Ruto in 2016. President Kenyatta is also scheduled to address the assembly this year. During his address in 2015, President Kenyatta called on countries to join efforts in the fight against global terrorism and violent extremism, rallying nations to support Kenya to neutralize Al-Shabaab in neighboring Somalia. He also said, quote, "I assure the assembly that Kenya remains committed to continuing to play its rightful role in the global community, remain an anchor of peace and security in our region, and foster regional, continental, and global cooperation for accelerated economic and social development and prosperity for all." End of quote. Last year, the then Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohamed, who represented President Kenyatta, affirmed Kenya's commitment in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. She said in part, quote, "As a country, we have stepped up efforts to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. In the health sector, for example, our government now offers free maternal health care services across our country. We next intend to cover health care services for women, children, and adolescents." End of quote. Some of the topics scheduled for discussion during the 73rd UN General Assembly, which started this week, include promotion of sustainable economic growth and sustainable development, maintenance of international peace and security, development of Africa, promotion of human rights, effective coordination of humanitarian assistance efforts, promotion of justice and international law, drug control, crime prevention, and combating international terrorism. Kenya is expected to make her case and declare her stand on these issues, especially on fighting terrorism, which has been a thorny affair, while still also calling for more support in her pivotal role in regional peace processes. Kenya is also seeking to be an non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council between the year 2021 and 2022. This is a position that Kenya has held twice, in 1973 to 1974 and in 1997 to 1998. Ruth Mutegi, Business Defined.